Welcome to my guide for best amateur digital cameras for photography and video recording. There are a lot of cameras on the market in this category and it was hard for me to point out some of them without fixed criteria. Nevertheless, I created a list of the cameras I believe offer more than the competitors. In entry-level category, first camera I would recommend is the small DSLR Nikon D3300. Although mirrorless cameras are still smaller in dimensions, a lot of people still decides to buy classic DSLR. DSLR is tried and tested concept and there is a lot of lenses available on the market. Nikon D3300 sticks out with one of the best sensors in the class. It has so-called APS-C sensor with 24 megapixels. Without going into details, this is the reason for high image and video quality in all conditions. It also records Full HD video with 60 frames per second. Although it doesn't record 4K video, I cannot use that as a bad thing, because most people find 4K video still too large to handle on the daily basis. I would like to point out battery life, which is around 700 shots using optical viewfinder. This camera is great both for photo and video recording. Canon EOS TD is a more advanced model, but there are good reasons why even amateur users should buy it. It offers ergonomics, speed and autofocus of professional class, which means you will not need to buy a new camera for a long time. Image quality is something I do not need to point out separately, it is a top class. But the best thing on Canon EOS TD is video recording. It offers Full HD at 60 frames per second and also has dual pixel autofocus, which is the most advanced autofocus on the market. It also has articulated touch LCD, which is great for you to see yourself while you are filming, and this is the main reason why this camera is popular for YouTube videos. The third model I am recommending is a bit specific. DSLR is great, but when you need to travel with minimum equipment and still retain high image quality, Fuji X100T is a logical choice. This camera has a fixed lens, that means you cannot remove it. It has a viewing angle of 35 mm, what is similar to what is found on many smartphones and also iPhone. You cannot zoom with this camera, which means you will have to come closer or move a step back. But photo puritans will say this is the best way to learn photography. In my opinion, this is very good because the camera is very small and compact. On top of everything, Fuji X100T has direct controls on the top of the camera, what is the best way to learn photography. The fourth camera on my list is completely simple. You don't have to learn anything because on automatic settings this camera makes perfectly good photographs and very good video. It also comes in pocket dimensions. Don't be confused by this camera as it is produced and sold at the same time in 5 variations. From the oldest, which is most affordable, to the latest Mark V model, which has enough advanced features to be enough for professional use. And yes, this camera is better than all ultra zoom cameras you are watching in the local camera stores. You probably think they are better because they are big, but that is not the case. RX100 is better of them all. My last recommendation is a mirrorless camera, and it is Panasonic GX80 or GX85 on some markets. With its features and image quality, it can be compared with Canon EOS TD, but Panasonic is a smaller camera, it is lighter and it records 4K video. The lenses are also smaller and lighter, so G80 is excellent choice for travel. So for the end, I can say my personal favorite would be Canon EOS TD. This is amateur camera which offers professional features. I know all of you will not agree on me on this selection of cameras I pointed out just before, but I want to know what is your opinion, what do you think is the best camera, what camera do you use now, what are the conditions under which you use the camera and what is important, what features are important for you. Leave all the comments below this video under comment section, and that's everything for me. See you in another video.